In this training, I'm going to show you how to set up your default 2-week out availability. This works great for ATS technicians who have a default schedule where there are certain days that they're fully available and there's other days that they're only available from a certain time to a certain time. Let's go ahead and get started. It's super easy to do. To begin, you got to download the ATS app, and then we got to get you logged in. I have logged in previously on this account where I clicked the remember username option. So now my email address just auto-populates for me. So when signing in, all I have to do is add either my password or PIN number. Now we're going to want to go to the My Current Availability page. As you can see, this is the last day out of 2 weeks that I've shown my 2 weeks out availability, where I said I was fully available and willing to travel 70 miles. So now, to set a default schedule, we want to go to the Edit option. This is where you set your 2-week out availability manually. We don't want to do manually because that's going to take a lot of time out of my day to go ahead and get that done. So instead, we're gonna have a default schedule option. If you click the hyperlink here, that'll bring you to where you can set up your 2 weeks out default schedule. So as you can see, we have dates from Monday through Sunday, and these are just generic days. And I'll tell you what, on Mondays, my schedule never changes. I'm always fully available. And I'm willing to travel more than 100 miles. So on any Monday in the next 2 weeks, this is what my schedule is going to look like. So the ATS dispatch department knows that I'm available to have work orders scheduled to me on this day. On Wednesdays, my schedule is a bit different. I'm available to begin taking on work orders at 10 a.m. because I have responsibilities in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and let them know that on every Wednesday I can start at 10 a.m. However, I can only work till about 9 p.m. because I have responsibilities afterwards on Wednesdays. I'm also willing to travel about 70 miles because I know I get reimbursed for travel. So that would work out. On Fridays, I'm fully available and I could travel more than 100 miles. That sounds pretty good to me. Saturdays, I'm able to do the same thing. So on Saturday, I'll go ahead and select that I'm fully available. And then for how far I'm willing to travel, I'm going to go ahead and say over 100 miles. Now Sundays, that's the Lord's Day, so I don't work because I'm too busy hanging out with my family and doing church stuff. So I'll just leave that box blank. Now I have my Monday where it shows that I'm fully available and I'm willing to travel more than 100 miles. My Wednesdays where I'm available starting at 10 a.m. and I can work until 10 p.m. and where I'm willing to travel 70 miles. Fridays where I'm fully available, and Saturdays where I'm fully available and willing to do as much traveling as it takes. Now this is my ongoing schedule. It never changes, so it's perfect to have it set up as my default schedule. So now that I've got it set up, I'm going to go ahead and submit it. And boom, there we go. We did it successfully. So now let's put this into action. You can either select the Edit Availability hyperlink, or you can go back to our side menu and go to the My Current Availability tab. As you can see, I was fully available on Thursday. That's what my schedule looked like. And no matter what my default availability schedule is, if I manually enter in this as that current day's availability, the default schedule won't overwrite it. So now let's go ahead and set up our default schedule. We'll go back into Edit, and then we'll just click a box where it says Set My Default Availability. And magic, there it is. Auto-populates right into your 2-week out availability in little to no effort at all. Everything looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and submit this, and perfect. Now, the dispatch team that assigns me work orders is fully aware that in the next 2 weeks, this is what my availability looks like. Now, we have to keep the 2 weeks out availability updated at least once every 2 weeks because the schedule works in real time. So let's just see how easy it is to do. Again, log into ATS. I use the remember password button. So all I have to do is type in my remember username button. So all I have to do is type in my password. Once I'm logged in, there's my 2-week out availability. If it ever changed, I want my default availability to remain the same. So I just select the set my default availability button and it auto populates in real time. Now I just set my 2 weeks out availability and it took me less than a minute to accomplish. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know through the app. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.